Blessings and welcome to all of awesome Aquarians out there. This is Synergized Tarot by Tammy, and this is your last month reading for teen. Yes, this is your reading for all of you Aquarians who have your sun, moon, or rising sign in Aquarius. And yes, it's important to look at all those readings just to get a more in-depth understanding of where your energy is taking you each and every month here. So let's see what's going on for a lot of you Aquarians that you be feeling. Happy holidays to all of you Aquarians. Wishing you all the best that the month of 18 can bring. So your first oracle that you received, I pulled some oracles, and we'll go into the self position, also love and finances and career, and pull a few other oracles for you. But the first card you received, an attribute that I feel you need to bring out this month here is connection to nature, maybe more connection to your children. The card reads child nature. The attribute is friendships with animals, communication with nature spirits. How beautiful is that? So get out there in nature. I feel you'll feel a stronger connection to the energy of all that is. So it looks like there's beautiful friendships with others. Yes, you do have Jupiter that just went into your 11th house last month here in Sagittarius. So you'll have this beautiful connection to friendships for the next year with Jupiter blessing you there in the 11th house. So get out there and connect to those that bring you joy and love, and that you can give to others too. I also pulled a seashell oracle for you, and this seashell oracle is called the Chambered Nautilus. And what this card says is something from the past returning as part of a pattern, mistakenly thinking the doors closed on a past event. How interesting is that? So, again, like I said, Jupiter is now in your 11th house. There may be something, a connection to maybe, uh, friendship, a connection to someone that that be returning, that you thought maybe a situation was closed, but now there'll be a positive turn of events with this situation. This is also maybe connecting to something happening in your work. And maybe there was something that you've been wanting to do, or maybe there was something from the past that you've been wanting to change. Venus was in retrograde, and I do believe it was in your 10th house. So it does look like, yes, it does look like maybe something now that Venus is direct, it may be something that's coming to you that you thought a door was closed, but now it looks like it will be open for you. There's a lot of power that you've had in your 10th house here for you Aquarians, and I do feel that maybe there's something that may be opening up again that you thought maybe was shut. So look at those ideas, those situations, people who are coming back that offer you some type of gift, an offering, situation that may change something that you're doing now, but allow it to open up, because it looks like there'll be some, a positive direction. The 11th house is also the big picture, doing what you really love, your hopes, wishes, and dreams. So maybe something from the past that you really wanted to do, maybe it's coming back around now, and, allow that door to open and not be fearful of it. So let's go into the self position first and see how we're starting off this reading. The first card, a disruption. So this is the Tower card here. So there's going to be some disruption, and it does look like maybe it could have to do with this Nautilus card here about, something that you thought was closed, a pattern returning, and now this may be something opening up again. So it does look like there's some disruption, maybe this month, some type of change that be unexpected. But it does look like, in this picture, you see that this energy feels really blocked in. And it feels like, for me, looking at this card, this disruption would be good. It looks like you've been closed in a box, or closed in with your emotions and feelings of wanting to, be more, you want something to change. You want something to be more electrifying. But there's been something that has been closing you in, something that hasn't allowed you to really open up to this change, this disruption. So I feel, even though there be something very unexpected happening, it's getting you out of something that has been blocking you, or something that you need to, break free, break through for some type of change. And that would be something to do with the 11th house again, with Jupiter being there, a blessing for the next year. There'd be a big disruption in what you're doing, who you're connecting with, your hopes, wishes, and dreams. There'll be a huge change that is very positive, that you need this disruption to break free from maybe the past, because you will be triumphant. Look at that. This disruption, you've got two major arcana cards here. And so the triumph card is, the chariot card. It's all about moving forward in some type of change, some type of movement for victory and success through obstacles and challenge, from feeling blocked in, from feeling stagnant, from knowing that there needs to be some type of change, something that needs to, happen for you. So look at this as a beautiful disruption, a beautiful situation that's bringing you to change, to triumph, to something that you've been maybe longing for. Another major arcana card. So this is the self position. So a lot of energy changes happening for you this month, it looks like here. Aquarians, you've got the moon's energy here, the shadow side here. So there is some type of disruption. It's making you look at the shadow side, looking at yourself, looking at what are the changes, what am I being truthful about, what are the illusions, what do I need to face fears about, and be triumphant over that. So these cards are really speaking a lot to a lot of Aquarians, of realizing that there has to be some major changes that you need to go through, or knowing that you have been going through, and knowing that if there is disruption and it has not been has successful or positive as you want it to be, it does look like you will move towards that triumphant. Yeah, so look at this mountain, this obstacle. There does seems to be something that's been holding you back from change, and I feel it's about you going deep within your own self with the shadow card, your own illusions. You need to tap into your own feelings, your own intuition, and know that if there is something that needs to be changed, if there's a blockage that's been holding you back, the only way through that is through this tower, so that you can have this movement and change. Yeah, here, the key to your success, the key to triumph, the key to change, to get through this obstacles, is to shake up, is to get out of this blockage, is to allow yourself to look at your own shadow and your own fears, and realize there's something that you need to realize, that you need to bring out, that you need to change, that you need to be more open to. So let's look at that, because it does look like there be and that's going to be important with this card here, the child nature. Keep on communicating to spirit. That's what the shadow card is. The moon's energy is talking to your angels and guides, listening to your dreams, opening up to your emotions, connecting more. Maybe, if you have an animal, that will give you the love and light that you need through this disruption. And maybe that's going to be important to realize that through this disruption, the more connected you are to nature, the more connected you are to your feelings and to your friends and to your animals and your spirit guides and angels, the more that you can get through this time of shadow, this time of fear, this time of disruption. For this, remember, you're going to head towards this triumphant. Three major arcana cards here in the self. So very strong connection this month to open you up, to disrupt you, to change you, to get you through that fear, and break free from something, so that you can, it's something about freedom. Breaking, you have the key. The key is right there. All you have to do is just open up that cage. As you can see, there's something in there. There's, a rose. There's something that is wanting to be given to you for the success. So take it. So let's look at love right now and see where the love energy is taking you and flowing. Maybe this is what the disruption is. Maybe you're facing your fears. Maybe you're looking at a situation, an obstacle that you thought, was going to be hard to get through in love. But it looks like there's movement and change here, Aquarius. So let's pull up your first card in love and see where it's flowing. Here we go. Stand your ground. So this is very interesting. So you have the stand your ground card. So this is about you. I feel there's maybe something that needs to change, and maybe this is what the disruption, and maybe this is what the change is you need to stand your ground. You know that you're facing your fear, facing a situation, seeing a relationship for what it really is, and you're standing your ground now, and you're going to, allow yourself to break free from something that you have to. So remember that the key is through this blockage is to stand your ground and knowing that you will be triumphant if you do. Let's look at the next card here in love for you, Aquarians. Yeah, if you do, you get this new beginning. This is about you having a leap of faith. This is about believing that you can make some changes. It's like freedom. I really feel a lot of Ukrainians, it looks like you are needing to stand your ground about something in a relationship. Or it is about maybe also standing your ground about, shaking up your fears and opening up to new love and allow yourself to be more, open, standing your ground to allow yourself to find some type of stability in a relationship, some type of beginning in some type of new energy that will be flowing your way. So, yeah, and it's interesting because I was just looking at this card, and one of what it says here, something from the past returning as part of a pattern, mistakenly thinking the door is closed on a past event. And I see, this door behind her. So there may be some type of new beginning from something, from a relationship, maybe something from the past. Like I said, you've got that Jupiter energy in the 11th house. Maybe it's a friendship that you want to develop and maybe grow. Maybe that's what you're doing, is standing your ground and breaking free from maybe, the fear that you felt maybe for someone that you want to have a leap of faith with. So let's pull one more card here, Aquarius, for love and see. Okay, one more card here in love, Aquarius. There we go. Well, I'm glad we waited because look what you get. Love begins. This is the Ace of Cups. Wow. So you got the new beginnings and the Ace of Cups. This is about a new beginning. Love begins because you're standing your ground about something. It's about knowing you can be triumphant. There's movement and change from something that you are doing from within yourself to face your fears, to make a change that that there has been an obstacle. So I feel if you are connecting to someone, I feel that's what Jupiter is blessing you with, 11th house, new friendships, new connections to others, finding ways to be able to, open your heart again. And it does look like there is some type of new beginning that's about to pour into your life. And it's very emotionally. And then you get the other tower here. Whoa. So it's this is a strong month, something very, strong and disruptive be happening in your love life this month, Aquarius. This also could mean you may be, having to stand your ground with the relationship at work. There'd be, with Venus being direct in your 10th house, I believe. I hope I'm saying that right. It does look like there be, you're going to have a leap of faith. Maybe you're going to have to stand your ground regarding a relationship that be developing at work here. So, but it does look like this new beginning is very positive. Yes, it is. Look at this. So it does look like whatever this disruption is, and something that just happen. I feel it's about being guided to this energy, and it's about, allowing yourself to feel a new journey in love and allow yourself this new beginning. So if you have to walk away from a situation to have a leap of faith to begin some type of love, then that's what Spirit is saying. You will be triumphant in whatever you do this month because of this change that is happening unexpectedly. So don't be fearful. Okay, so let's see here. Let's pull a love romance card for you, Aquarius. Okay. Wow, isn't that beautiful? True love. So I feel there is some type of true love beginning, some type of new emotional happiness fulfilling you. I feel a lot of Aquarians have been so focused on your work, and I do feel now it's time to really enjoy some type of love energy, some type of true love. This is a romance of a lifetime. So stand your ground, be strong, allow yourself for this change. I feel there's a beautiful beginning of love happening for you, and If it's just beginning, it's just, going to develop. But like I said, there'll be a sudden revelation of a connection to someone that you have a lot of feelings for, and it has something to do with maybe with 11th house, new friendships, an old friendship, maybe new circles of friends. Maybe you've started a new work environment, and maybe there's someone coming from another place of employment that's working in your place now that you connect to. So there's many ways that this love energy is flowing for you, but have a leap of faith that this is, if you're feeling this strong connection to true love, the Ace of Cups is just allowing yourself to be open to it. So, if you haven't found that love yet, get out there and mingle. Jupiter's in your 11th house to find that right connection with someone, fulfilling your hopes, wishes, and dreams in love, meeting the right people. So, getting out there in the media and connecting to those on, maybe through social media, Facebook, and other ways that way. Finding a friend, maybe through a Facebook, an old friend is going to connect with you, and that'd be a new beginning in love. So just that's what I feel. You've been so focused, I feel, on your work energy that this is a time for you to focus on love, your Aquarius. So let's look at your work energy, your work and finances, and see where that's flowing for you. Whoops, those two cards. Well, we got 3 cards right here for you that just want to fly out. So let's see what we have here. So you've got the waiting game. So that is about a choice, action. So I feel there's something that you've been waiting for, or something that's coming to you in your workflow that you're going to have to make a choice. It's action time. And you got the solar plexus chakra here. This is about your power to succeed, power to make some changes, and power to know that there is some type of disruption that you have to go through. So be patient with yourself. Be patient. This is about your angels and guides being present and being strong around you, finding the balance, waiting. These are 2 cards of waiting. There's something that you've been waiting and having patience for in your workflow here, Aquarius, that you have to realize that this is, there's a reason why you've had to wait to have patience. There was something that you've had to develop to get more aligned with. But let's read about your solar plexus chakra here. And so you can focus more on that as you look at your connection to what you need to change, what you've been waiting for in your work energy. So your solar plexus chakra, the color is yellow, the sound is Ram, the element is fire, and the glands is your pancreas and your adrenal. The key words is I can. So that's important. Maybe that's why the solar plexus chakra is there, is I can. Knowing that you've waited patiently, you can now be ready to move forward on something. Because you're balanced. You have put things into action. You've planned for what you needed for this. The solar plexus chakra is located between the navel area, just below the rib cage. It represents power, vitality, willpower, self-esteem, and confidence. The energy center where your emotions and feelings are recorded. This chakra is associated with clairessence, inner feeling, which is the major psychic reception area. To balance the chakra, you may want to try yoga, dance and movement, or breathe, work with color. In addition, be aware of people who drain your energy. Workshops and classes that focus on empowerment will help you open and harmonize this area. So again, back to that 11th house of Jupiter, it may be, connecting to the right people, to, find more harmonious situations in your life. But yeah, it looks like you're going to have more power, more confidence, because you waited patiently for something to put action into it. And it looks like now you have the power with your solar plexus. So make sure that you're meditating on your yellow energy, your solar plexus, for that power, for that confidence, for that self-esteem to make this change. Yeah, there seems to be something that you've been waiting for, something that has been, cloudy around your energy at work, but, things are getting clear. You can see the light, the power, the confidence that's shifting for you. And here you go. It's because you've waited the cycles. Something about the cycles, you've gone through a lot of eclipse energies, Aquarius, and maybe this is about you finally getting through all those cycles of changes that you needed to be aware of. But there was something that the moon's energy got 2 connections to the moons. So a lot of connection to karma and insight and your intuition. So really listen to the truth from within you. And you're so intuitive and such a visionary that it's not very hard for you to understand your your feelings and your emotions if you really go deep within your soul here. So I really feel this is for you, Aquarians, that, it's all about patience. I feel something wonderful is happening for you that you've been waiting for. And, again, a new beginning. And that's why I feel you've been working so hard, Aquarius, in your work. That, you've had patience. You've had to wait. You've had to, put a lot of power in your work to make the changes that you want. So Spirit is saying, yes, this is the time. You have done your work, and you have faced your fears, and now there will be some disruption. It looks like, you've had to wait for something, and it's been hard, having to hold back. But it looks like now you will be, again, triumphant. There will be change. There is something happening for you. So let's pull a few oracles for... first of all, I'll pull the oracle here. A connection more to love, and an energy card here to see, it just looks like there's just a new beginning in love, and it's getting you grounded. You're feeling more powerful and confident. You're focusing more on your solar plexus chakra. Whatever disruption's happening, it's going to be one that's going to get you more grounded in love. And it's just about you going through some type of new door, some type of new change, and change in relationships, a change in a friendship, or a change in finding new love. But it's very positive. It's a true love. And it looks like it's finally coming to you through some type of obstacle and challenge that you faced in love here. So let's see. Oh, well, there's a broken heart here. So, that could be what the disruption is. So be prepared for that. Like I said, the disruption can be that you need to stand your ground about making some major changes to find love. So maybe there will be some type of heartache and pain for some of you. Or you're giving some type of pain to someone because you're moving on. But, understand that feeling of a broken heart. So let's read that energy here and see what that has to deal with. So let's see here. Number 9. This card shows a heartbroken, open, revealing darkness, emptiness, and a grief-filled tear. The hurt may be from long ago, or it may be the pain from a more recent event. Either way, deep healing is called for now. Vent your feelings and release the person or situation involved. Affirm that you are reclaiming your power and peace of mind. Open your heart to the light of divine love and healing, and have compassion for yourself through this difficult process. Make self-care a priority now. As you let go of old experiences, you can open your heart to the true and abiding love that you so rightly deserve. And I love that last sentence, to the true and abiding love that you deserve. So that's why I feel if some of you are going to have this disruption, this broken heart, I want you to realize that it's because you're facing your fears. You're realizing, you're feeling, you're sensing some type of intuition. So whatever this broken heart is, you having to break someone's heart because you've been challenged. Maybe you've been in a situation that you have to break free from for true love. But I just feel it's about you being honest about whatever this broken heart is. Being honest about your feelings this month, because I do feel, like I said, there's two major... excuse me, little things falling down here. You have 2 towers in here to show that there can be something, pretty major happening around love here, a broken heart. But focus on the true love. Focus on knowing that this has been an obstacle, a change that that you have needed to do, because what it does give you some power, some focus on a new beginning for you to have true love. That's what it's all about. So remember, if you are going through a hard time or broken heart, unexpectedly, you need to make this change, it's because you are being led to true love, to a new beginning in love, something that's more emotional, something that's you're going to be more triumphant in this change. So let's look at the next oracle, and this is for your work energy, your work and finances, being patient and waiting for something for the right time. It does look like you have the power and the confidence to succeed now. And what is the card? The Desert Prince. Survival, false promises. So it is about you surviving through maybe some changes and maybe some false promises, and maybe that's what you have been having to wait and be patient. Survival. So let's see what the Desert Prince has to say to you. Let me see here. Okay. When you stumble upon the Desert Prince, you receive a gift. The plant life that exists in the desert environment is well defended, tough, and succulent, even though it gets no water. In spite of external conditions, extraordinary life can form and thrive. Be tough, have courage, and dare to dream no matter what the circumstances. Yeah, there's something that you need to be tough about. Like I said, the tower, the shadow, this is all about being tough, surviving something that you need to have power and confidence and courage. Dare to dream. Maybe this is about you daring to dream, with the 11th house connection, with Jupiter being in your 11th house. Jupiter wants you to focus on your dreams. Focus on what you truly want. So it seemed to be a hard time, but not only will you survive, you will thrive. In spite of conditions, you'll succeed. Yes, you will. Remember the Triumph card. And dry spells are also true tests of faith and courage. And that's why I feel it's about you being patient. There has been a dry spell, it looks like, and it is allowing you your true test of faith and courage. That's why you had to be patient. That's why you had to wait. Because now expect nothing less than what is in your most precious dreams and watch miracles manifest. Wow, that's why the waiting game, the Two of Wands, action, waiting until the right moment so that you can be triumphant. So that is what the Desert Prince is bringing you. It's from your survival instincts. That is what's so beautiful about that. So I'm happy to see that for you, Aquarians. So one last card I wanted to pull, because this is just a beautiful reading of your power. Whatever you're going through, know that the Desert Prince is saying that you are going to survive. You are going to thrive. You're going to be triumphant. And whatever challenges you're facing, whether it's a broken heart, unexpected changes in your workflow, a new beginning, having a leap of faith, starting something that's emotionally going to be more aligned to you, true love, it's only because you have the power now. You've waited patiently. You've survived what you've had to go through. You've faced your fears. You've looked out in the mirror. You've gone to the shadow side. So through all that, let's look at your situation for the year coming up, and Tina, karmic connection to you. As we close up in this reading, Aquarius, what to expect in team through waiting, through patience, through standing your ground, having a leap of faith, and going through maybe a dry spell, and having patience, and knowing that there's something that has to be broken to make a change. But focus on that triumph. Focus on what Jupiter in the 11th house is going to bring you. And let's see what the karmic card for you going into team is all about for you, Aquarians. Much love to you. I really appreciate all your support, Aquarius, for the last year. Thank you so much for all your love and support, and subscribing, and sending me all those beautiful comments, and of course all the beautiful clients I got to connect to. Much blessings to all of you. And whoops, all these cards wanted to fly out there, but this one card fell on the floor, so we're taking that one. And let's see what it is. Yeah, the Buddha prepares. You're being prepared for some big change. Yeah, that's why I said the Tower is here. You're being prepared, and you know what? This is the transformation card. This is, the endings. This is changes. But as you can see, Buddha is preparing you. There's no, even though this card says disruption, it's, a peaceful disruption. It's something that is going to be more aligned to you. through all this challenges. And that's why I feel make sure that you're connecting. That's about being, prepared. If you're a part of this connection to your spiritual sense, to nature, to, your divine love that's around you, then you can be prepared for whatever changes, whatever disruptions are happening around you. So let's read this, because Buddha is preparing you for something unseen, and it is through survival and patience and waiting, standing your ground for something major to change. So let's see what the message is here from Buddha Prepares. The Buddha sits meditating. The hills in the background are dotted with other people meditating and patiently waiting for him to speak. Again, another word of patience, right? Patiently waiting. And so, but he won't move a muscle until he is ready. The card shows a time of inner preparation before action. Before you can reach outside yourself, you must reach within to find your power, your purpose, and your direction. Wow, and that's why the solar plexus is there. That's your purpose, that's your power, that's your direction. So focus on that yellow energy. Focus on your solar plexus. This period of time may feel a little like waiting. Again, you've got the waiting card. And it appears so in your exterior life because some points of action seem to be at a standstill. Really, though, you just are taking time that needs to be required to prepare and to truly step into your power. And yes, you are stepping into your power. Don't be in a hurry. The time to act is coming. And when it is here, your strength will be absolute. So feel this connection to this card. Close your eyes and reach to the Buddha within. Feel the peace and easy understanding that there is a time to every purpose under heaven. Feel your own sense of purpose stirring softly within you. Soon you'll be ready to serve. Soon you'll be ready to serve. What a beautiful message. So that's why there is going to be finally some type of disruption, because Buddha is preparing you for some type of new light and love. And it's only allowing you, again, to open up to some type of fear that you've been feeling, the change that you've been needing, to allow yourself for the movement and change, for the success and triumph that you want. And so focus on that energy. It's all about new beginnings. It's a beautiful time of knowing that you've waited patiently because you have been preparing for something that the divine is calling upon you. So prepare, know that if there has been some type of disruption, it's only allowing you to be more aligned to love, to true love, and to really serve your purpose. Something magical, something really beautiful happening for you. So much love to you, and until next time, I'll see you in with pure love through Synergy. Tammy.